Hey baby, we are back with more of the Adventures of Neve here in Pillars of Eternity. This is the first sub-episode, The Tales of Defiance Bay. We have quite a big city to explore, and we have quite a number of tales and quests, some of which is tied to our main quest line, of course, the hollowing of the Deerwood, dealing with Widewind's legacy, but a lot of these also have to do with just our characters, with character quests. But a lot of things seem to be at stake here, specifically in Defiance Bay, which means it's a perfect time to go raiding. So we're going to have a full episode dedicated to exploring this massive labyrinthine expanse. Unlike some of the prior episodes, where I focus explicitly on just giving sort of a play-by-play of the major events, we're going to try our best to make this an unedited as possible adventure session. So we're going to try not to cut things. We'll try to focus on keeping the raid Tajas intact in case we have to go through a lot of combat, but otherwise, I think this will give you more of a general sense of kind of how exploration has been going and how it works through the course of gameplay. So first, let's figure out where we're at. So we have, Built to Last has a plan to address the shortage of trained soldiers. We need to go to the Scrivener's dormitory in Copperlane. We just need to find the research from Viana to complete the project. So we need to go to Copperlane. Copperlane, I believe. Yeah, this is the first fires. There it is. Yep. It's up this way. Off we go. We're going to hit fast. Look at them run. Look at them run. Alright, let's go to Copperlane. One thing we do have to keep in mind is we are on a time limit. I think we have 5 days? It might be 4 days now. Last I checked, I think it was 5 days. Yeah, 4 days. So, one thing that we should do...
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
But they are gathered. How long will it take us to get here? It'll take us less than a day to get here. So as long as we have 24 hours, we're good. Alright, so we are in Copperlane. We have the Catacombs. The Hall of Revealed Mysteries. Last episode we found out that's where Eder wants to go. That's where the library is. So that he can investigate his brother. Scrivener's dormitory. There it is. Go! Run fast, friends. Da-da-da-da. Alright. That's just a historian. That's just a scrivener. Alright. Let's head inside. Alright, we're going to pause momentarily because we're going to turn off fast. Alright. Time to raid.
Slow and silent.
Baba boom. Nice. Alright. Let's check our quest, see what updated. We need to find Viana. That's the goal here. Here's Corn.
Gods keep you.
By Whale's eyeless face, you are one short ogre. But why are you green? And how are you getting the ducks to keep flying around you like that? Oh no. Let me guess. You smoked a lot of white leaf, or did you get your hands on some snowcap? Claps his hands and laughs. Snowcap. Snowcap. So few people know Snowcap, much less ogres. He beams at you and nods his head. I'm looking for Viana. I like Viana. She's always talking about metal men, which is strange, since I'm pretty sure she doesn't eat snowcap. I don't talk about metal men, and I do eat snowcap. Huh. Anyway, she's not here right now. Flew away to Andra's gift to meet her friend, Bessia. No, Klesia. Yes, Klesia. Klesia is the friend she's gone to meet. In Andra's gift. In a house, not a boat. North house, empty house. Andra's gift has a lot of boats. We should go rowing sometime. Okay, you're a scrivener? Yes, I am a scrivener. I read books, I write books. I once ate a book, but only because it looked like sweet pie. Or perhaps it was sweet pie, baked to look like a book. Interesting. Oh. I'm also a collector of herbs, flowers, plants. I sell them, mostly I eat them. Show me what you have for sale, good friend. Alright, so I have some snowcap. I already have snowcap. So what does this do? Immunity to confused. Plus 40 against charm. To a trance-like state in witches claim any have received visions and portents. Huh. And then it lowers our perception. And then we get the snow cap crash. Oh man, this is just like Fallout. All the drugs, man. The drugs. Oh. So this gives us immunity to frightened and sickened, gives us plus 25 defense. It's minus attack speed. Oof. Alongside an intense lethargy. So white leaf is basically pot. Plus 3 might, minus... Huh. Blood moss. That just looks like... Okay, so that's just some basic minerals, or materials. So Viana is an Andra's gift. But we're not going to leave yet, because we're going to raid stuff. What? 656 CP to bandits. I hate them. I hate them so much. Okay. That's fine.
This won't stop me for long. There, done.
Nobody sees us. Look at Snowcap. All the drugs, all the drugs. Alright, looks like we got some basic Scriveners. He can't do anything. Or I can't take anything from there. Can I take
Nice
it?
and quiet.
Let's see. We could try to go here.
I'm on the trail. Eh?
Alright. Yep.
Got it.
Alright, she's now outside of notice. Nope.
Hey.
It is impossible for us to take that stuff. We would basically have to gut everybody in order to get them. And, don't really think we need to. We could definitely take this.
Margaret's fire casts light in dark places.
Yes, I agree. It does cast. It casts that fire. Yes, it does. Okay, so that is it. So we need to go to Andra's gift, which is great because we wanted to go to Andra's gift anyway. We wanted to go to Andra's gift because that's where Neve would probably call home if she lived in Defiance Bay. It's where all the ports and ships and stuff are. So we might be able to find some pirates. Maybe. Let's go to our map. How do we get to Andra's gift from here? Got the catacombs, Brackenberry. The world map. Woomdala's house. First fires. Alright, so we can't go there yet. So we just have to... We'll just have to go to Brackenberry. So, Brackenberry is down here. So let us have our party venture forth. We will speed it up. Can't believe those bandits took like 600 freaking copper, man. That's the only reason why I wanted strongholds, because I wanted access to all that fat cash. Okay, so let's go ahead and slow it down a little bit.
Your brother, did you and he get along?
We got along how brothers do. He used to throw water on me to wake me up in the morning. I used to fill his boots with stinging ants.
My own brothers and sisters are doing very well for themselves, back in Takoa. I don't know that they'd search for me if I were killed so far from home.
Brothers can be funny. I bet you'd be surprised how far they'd go.
Alright, so what do we got in this area? We got a lot of stuff in this area. So we got the Salty Mast, of course. Abandoned House. Colfeg's House. Abandoned House. The Valian Trading Company. And a Ramshackle House. Followed by a lighthouse. Let's go to the Salty Mast. Seems like a place for a ruffian like myself who to feel a little more comfortable. What is... Grab his purse and go. Oh, we found bandits. We found bandits. This man's fancy clothes are ripped. Blood flows from a fresh cut above his eye. Tries to push himself up, but his arm is shaking. He winces painfully. Help him up. Thank you. My head. What happened? I was just on my way to the club. It's a rough part of town, but the rabble's never been violent. Even a night with Ikali isn't worth this. He limps away. How very interesting. What is this? This purple thing. Something tells me it's something important. Is it a soul? I think it's a soul. Where are you going? Oh, wow. I didn't realize it was sunk. Young boy's corpse lies at your feet, half covered in dirt, seaweed. Hands are stiffened around a dagger. Soul lingers nearby, something confused and lost in the seaside fog. We shall reach towards the soul. As you reach for the soul, it lashes out. Glowing mist strikes the air around you. The soul can't touch you, but you feel it burn with a feeble, uncontrollable rage. I'm here to help you. Soil flickers, ripples towards you, timidly at first. As it swirls around you, you experience wonder, fear, and the joy of running between the ships at noon. With a jolt, it pulls you into the streets around the Salty Mast. Women with painted faces weave between men stumbling in and out of the lamplight. Father's gone in for a drink, just like always. He said he'd be only a few minutes, but it's been hours. The man guarding the door only laughed when you tried to explain this. There's always a back door. In an alley, two men have cornered a woman. Her cheeks are streaked with tears. She's backed against the wall and looking away, and they're inching closer. You step forward. The men barely acknowledge you, but the woman looks at you, plea in her eyes. You've seen that look in abused strays. In your hollow-born sister, that time father took her from her splintering cradle into the filled wash bin. You were brave that day. A knife is in the thug's belt. It's in your hands, and now it's in its thigh. You're small and fast, but not fast enough. Fingers bite into your arm, and a muddy boot sails towards your face. Then everything is muffled by cold, brackish water. The soul retreats from you. It pulses with a question. You did a brave thing. The gods will reward you in the next life. Darren's soul absorbs this thought and ebbs in the ocean's mists around the dock. Sagani draws up next to you. You alright? Looks like you'd lost your footing there for a minute. Feels that way when I see into the aether. You really are a watcher, aren't you? Once in a great many generations, one of my people is born with the ability to speak to souls. Usually such individuals become elders, or a lone set of tracks in the snow. I would have thought my journey would have been easier if I could see what you see, but looking at you, I'm not so sure. Neither am I. Believe it or not, I once would have rejoiced to know I'd be picked to travel far in search of something great. But even these gifts come with a cost, don't they? Forgive me if I was a little skeptical of your abilities before. I can't say I've met a real watcher before. Oh, don't worry about her. She just likes doing that from time to time. Seems to cheer her up, so I just let her. Once you've seen it a few times, the shock wears off. Every time she goes a little strange in the face, I try to see if I can hear anything. It hasn't worked so far. See if you can get her to tell you what the spirit said. Young boy's corpse lies at your feet, half covered in dirt. His hands are stiffened around a dagger. We are taking the dagger. The boy's small hands are rigid in death as you pry the dagger free. It looks too large and too expensive to belong to him. The letter B is carved into the pommel. Brave Darren. Okay. We have a dagger. Who has the dagger? Or is it a quest item? It is a quest item. Alright, so that just says that it's a B. Fair. So it looks like we have to investigate. We gotta find somebody whose name starts with B. Let's go to the Salty Mast. See if we can't find something.
Nothing like this in Gilded Vale. Just Wallaruna the milkmaid. She knew what she was doing. Overfried cod, watered ale, and prostitution. A bastion of Deerwooden culture.
I hope you aren't expecting to find the leaden key in here.
Visit new lands, see the sights. I do love travel.
Now to find a home for my other staff.
Looks like a prostitute.
Hail, traveler.
An Omawa woman watches you suspiciously. One hand is tensed at her side, but as you approach, she relaxes and gives you a friendly, if weary, smile. I don't see many outfitted like you who aren't looking for trouble. You aren't looking for trouble, are you? What kind of trouble are you having? The kind that's bad for business. Local rowdies have taken to harassing my hardworking boys and girls, and our customers. They started showing up after this rash of Hollowborn, and they've been driving my regulars away. She looks you up and down, scratching her chin. There aren't too many who care about what happens in places like the Gift, but word is you're an exception. The knights are too busy sniffing around Duke Var to bother with us commoners, and I'd just as soon not deal with their bureaucracy anyway. I could investigate as long as there's coin in it. You restore my business, and there'll be plenty of that, all right. Maya draws you closer. These thugs tend to roam in groups, which suggests to me that these aren't random incidents. You put a stop to these attacks, and I'll find a real nice way to thank you. Got me? Aloth wipes his hands on his robes, looking around. I would request that thanks in copper if I were you. I've got questions. What do you know about these attacks? Only have to step outside. Those thugs out there are just waiting to cause trouble for anyone coming and going. Maybe they would have let you pass, however. Tell me more about your business. It's not doing as well as I'd like with all this trouble. I run an honest enterprise, just trying to give folks a little rest and relaxation. You help me out, I'll see about getting you a special discount. I like the sound of that. Can I ask you about something else? Are any of your regulars interested in earning some coin? Alright, so it looks like we get to hire adventurers again. So we need to find and confront the thugs.
Hey.
Well, first, let's raid this place.
All right then.
Hola, friends.
Lay low.
Waboom. Alright. That's not theft, which is great. Alright, so that's just the brothel guard. Big Dermsy. Is there anybody that starts with a B? That's what I want to know. Looking for bees. Because we might have to rough up somebody for Darren. Ah, looks like we found the place of happiness. What is this? I'll show proof of membership before I can let you in. Well, that's not very nice. If you want to meet Sorrel, talk to Maya. Show proof of membership. This makes me sad. Okay.
Hello.
The pale elf's gold eyes are the color of a winter sunset. She touches your cheek with a cool hand. You look like you've journeyed far. Let me show you comfort and rest. How much? Her thin lips curl upwards. Just 500 pans to experience the most secret of the southern arts. Holy crap! No thanks. I'm sorry. I love the pleasures of the flesh, but I love money more. Sorry. Alright, so we both need to find thugs, and we need to find the Bee-Man. So that we can give that boy his proper rest. Alright, so where do we go to find these guys, though? See, I want to think that they're probably shacking in like an abandoned house somewhere. That's what I would think. Proprietors would like to put an end to it, but the agitators may have their own grievances. So tell you what, for now, let's just run around. Found it. What have we here? Another tourist in the gift. He nods to his shifty-eyed companions. Let's give her a proper welcome. I don't think so. Ha 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 ha. There's always time to raid. Okay. So, I'm gonna have you do your thing. You're gonna go invisible. You're gonna do your singy thing. You're gonna do your blowing up thing. You're gonna do your armory thing. And you're gonna do your shooty thing. Okay. Oh, good oldie dare. Tanking like absolutely everybody. Alright, you need to go invisible. You're barely injured, you're injured, you're barely injured. Oh no, the wolf. That's why. The wolf's not attacking. Alright. DPON. Can't stop us. Done. And done. Let's loot. Fair, I guess. Ah, got a saber. We got a rusty bronze key. Old key looks like it's been rusted from years of exposure. Okay, so it looks like we found the homestead. Looks like it belongs to a house in Andra's gift. What?
Hey.
Who would have thought that? Okay, let's try to find this house. Let's try the ramshackle house. You know, I have been thinking of expanding our stronghold. I don't see a particular...
Damn that son of a coup.
The angry woman clenches her jaw and stares out towards the harbor with glimmering golden eyes. Eventually, sensing your presence, she turns her feathered head towards you.
Want to run it down on its luck, Valiant Trading Company? If you have more than half a brain, you could really do something with it.
She clenches her jaw, continues quietly.
As long as you're willing to clean up a few bloodstains.
Is she offering me a business? A trading business? I'm intrigued. Go on.
Exactly. If I knew that, I'd be in a better mood. The only thing I know exactly is that Mestre Versano is determined to wind up in a grave before the season turns.
Woman looks back at the warehouse for a moment and grimaces. After a slight nod in your direction, she storms off. Okay, well. Looks like... Oh, bam! Picked it right the first time. What? Alright, so what do we got? We have a thug, a thug, a thug, a thug, and goodies!
How do you do?
Afra wears a defiant expression and a sturdy yet battered suit of armor. She seems to bear each scratch and ding with pride. You don't look like one of the knights. Can I help you with something? Who are you? I'm Afra, a lieutenant with the dozens. She taps her dented press plate. We're the last fighting force in Defiance Bay that remembers what it means to be Dirwoodian. And unfortunately, I'm the only one who seems to care about the way May is squeezing the locals. I'm here about the trouble at the Salty Mast. Ordinary Kith are angry, as they should be, with that crooked Alma toadying up to the nobles. She's using the tragedy of Widewind's legacy to line her pockets. She's no better than the Adiran overlords we drove out 200 years ago. Now you're a logical sort. May has made it so only the rich can afford her establishment, yet she sits in the poorest districts of Defiance Bay. What do you think's gonna happen? We've taken matters into our own hands, but she's the real criminal here. Why don't you tell her to back down? Oh man. I mean, I can't fault Maya for wanting some coin. You know, no. I'm with Maya. This violence has to stop. I'm sorry you see it that way. Sorry, buddy. She asked first. Okay. We're gonna hit you guys. And then we're gonna hit you. And then we're gonna hit you. And the wolf is going to hit you. And you are going to arm everybody. And you're gonna do your thing.
Dead on!
Come on, you can do it.
Can't get a good shot with this.
Kill Afra. Dozens are really gonna hate me after this. Mercy. Afra staggers back, barely on her feet. Please. Ooh. Do I gut her? I'm going to introduce you to my polished new dungeon. She nods, her head lolling.
Hey,
And we get goodies. Oh, all the goodies. And we found beer. can never have too much beer.
I'll see what I can find.
Is there anything special? Or secret? So one thing I don't like about this game is, like, you have to sneak to find special stuff. So, like, hidden caches and whatnot. But you have to sneak in order to do it. Don't know if I like that. Alright, we have... Unfortunately, we have not found the Bee-Man. We'll need to find the Bee-Man somewhere before we can get this all done. All right, let's go talk to Maya.
Gods keep you.
Always good to have a few more warm bodies in here. Any progress with those thugs? I've taken the ringleader prisoner. The thugs won't be bothering you anymore. Maya's brow ridges rise. That's good enough for me. Take some coppers and enjoy yourself. And, if you choose to have your fun here, enjoy my special discount. You go ahead. Really. I'll just wait by the bar, with a glass of something that kills disease. A knowing grin warps her blue markings. Okay. We have completed supply and demand.
Well met, friend.
Let's go.
Greetings.
She leans on the bar, her black painted nails tapping the wood. Can you tell me about this place? Every foreign sailor and visiting villager knows about the Salty Mast. It's the most famous brothel in Defiance Bay. You want to know more? Just ask Maya. Fair. Fair. Let's... Okay, so... Just we'll see how, like, worthwhile this discount is. So... We already knew they were charging overpriced stuff because, like, it was like, what was it, like 500 copper?
Well met, friend.
You know what? Go for it, Neve. Nice. So, by sleeping with that prostitute, we have gained stealth, resolve, and 2 dexterity.
Hey,
That's not too shabby. It's not too shabby at all. Okay, so that's actually a really interesting way of doing it. It basically makes prostitutes actually, I don't know, not a complete waste of money. Because, like, you can get, like, perks and stuff out of them. That's always... I don't think I've ever played in a game where prostitutes did anything other than make you waste money.
Then.
And I think the only game I've played with prostitutes in it is Fallout, I think. Yeah. Okay. So let's go and find this house that we're supposedly looking for. Alright, so there's the abandoned house. It's right here. Which is this one, I believe. Also, speaking of, how did that change our reputation at all? We are still straight up neutral. We are not as benevolent as we used to be. We are a little Yeah, but they haven't. That's fine. Alright, found some attics. But otherwise, no Viana. So let's go in the next house. Krokgrifnig. Oh, we can raid his stuff. Yay, money! What's this? Coco? A youngish elven man squints at you in surprise. You can't just barge into somebody's home like this. Who do you think you are? Who are you? The elf who lives here. Now get out. That was cute. That was cute. It's literally a house that's designed to spoof the fact that you can just walk into some dude's house. Alright, so that abandoned house is empty. Let's check this one. It's the last abandoned house, so... And it's in front of a statue, so if there's any that would fit the bill, it'd have to be this one. Oh, look at this. More things to raid. You already have the maximum. No! You're a liar. No. You are a liar and a fiend. It's not gonna... Ugh. I hate you. Fine, we'll just take everything else then. Hola. Dodwina. As you enter the room, you see several figures huddled together. They stand at attention, armed, but not in matched gear like the Crucible Knights. In the center of the group, one woman looms over another holding a flail. She snarls at the cowering figure. You've got pages of research here. You expect me to believe this was just your scratch work. It's nothing, I promise. Just my notes. We know you were meeting with the Crucible Knights. You think they're the only ones with power in this city? They call us the Dozens for a reason. Now I won't ask you again. At a nudge from one of her men, the woman turns and sees you watching. Her eyes narrow. You shouldn't be here. I'm really starting to hate these Dozens. Let her go, and I'll pretend I never saw this. It's too late for that. Did she poof? She just poofed. Alright. Go, Eder. Oh, is it gonna start doing all this wonky stuff? Alright, Durance. You're gonna go this way.
Brave thou sea lark.
Alright, so he's about to get, like, seriously waylaid. Why are you not moving? Like, go and go. Oh, man. It's because she's... Sometimes, man. These controls, man. These controls. Alright. Get out of there, Durance. Alright. Aloth. You need to do. Didn't you hear him, bro? Burning Roth, brother.
What?
Yeah. Kind of stuff.
All right. Do it. Viana's face is covered in bruises. Her eyes are wide in shock and relief. I don't know who you are, but thank you. Rapid, hitching breaths punctuate her words. I was sure they were going to kill me. She wipes a tear from her cheek, wincing as a knuckle grazes a bruise. What just happened here? I thought I was coming here to meet my, friend from the Republics. Looked like I walked into a trap. She shakes her head. The dozens must have been watching me for a while. Been working on a special project for the Crucible Knights, and they weren't exactly subtle about contacting me. About this project. It deals with a rather rare branch of animancy. No offense, but I probably shouldn't get too specific without Commander Cliver's permission. He commissioned it, after all. And you can see the trouble little indiscretion has gotten me into. Tell me about yourself. I studied animancy in Ozia, back in the Valen Republics. Came to Defiance Bay to research local advances, but instead of going to Brackenbury Sanitarium, I found a position as a scrivener at the Temple of Whale. I've had access to many rare manuscripts that most animancers never see. Of course, I've had to keep my head down. I've been careful not to let the head librarian or my colleagues know what I'm working on. Let's get out of here. She gnaws on a split lip. Commander Cliver of the Crucible Knights is waiting on my research. Not that you haven't already done a lot for me, but maybe you could take it to him. I had kept it with me to prevent it from falling in the wrong hands, but you can see how well that worked out. She nods at Dodwina's corpse. She took it from me when I arrived. Anyhow, don't wait on me. I can make my own way out of here. Well then, let's just go raiding then. We will raid you, and then we'll raid all of your friends. Oh. Yum. Alright, let's grab this body. Is it not?
Hey.
Come on, man. There we go. Nice. Alright, let's go plundering. Alright, we've got a hammer and chisel.
Laying low.
Alright, let's make sure we didn't miss anything. Nope. Looks like we are all clear. We gutted those people, man. We gutted them. That was just... Yum. Alright, we need to go to First Fires.
I'd have to cut it off.
Well said, Adair. How? If you're not supposed to pet him, then why is he soft? It's like, duh. Alright, let's go to the first fires. This leaves one last spot that we haven't investigated yet. Well, opened or revealed yet. We haven't really explored Brackenberry. We've only really explored Andres Hill and a little bit of Copperlane.
Have you ever chased a skirt wizard, or do you merely hide behind them?
This would be the temple Merwald spoke of.
They will
what
use
remains
you,
of it.
cast you off when it suits them. Never speak another word to you.
Oh, good old discussions. What is this? The Temple of Wodica. And then you have the Ducal Palace, and then what was this? Ah, the Valen Embassy. Yes. Yes, of course. Alright. Let's go give it to Duncan. So we have a priest who's a horn dog. We have an elf who's shy, and then Eder is, you know, farm boy from Tatooine. Scruffy looking nerf herder. Alright. Hello, Duncan. Dunstan, I mean. I think this is what you've been looking for.
That's what Cleaver's been looking for anyway. If you found it, I guess I've got to start.
You don't sound too happy about this. I'm not, and I made it clear to Cliver that this is a mistake. Trying to harness souls like this, it's a crime against the gods, and it's bound to earn us more trouble than it saves. But Cliver's given me his orders, so I've got to build these things as best I can. Anyway, Cliver's told me I'm to sell you any arms and armor you might want. You won't find any better anywhere in Defiance Bay, I can promise you that.
Now, time to see if that Valian was worth all that blood and copper.
Takes a brawlish breastplate and goes to work. Fair.
I'll be damned. To be honest, even I wasn't expecting it to work this well. Back to it. Cleaver will want me to finish the rest of them. And it sounded like he has a job for you, too.
Show me what you have for sale. Aw, there's a little key. Little keys, join my party. Okay. Next up, let's go talk to good old Cliva. Get on next mission. What's our timetable? We just have 4 days. We're good. How may it be of assistance? Was there more you needed me to do?
Dunstan will complete the first squad of Forge Knights in no time. Now the High Justice will want to have his Forge Masters at Fleetbreaker Castle create more. I've made a copy of Viana's research, and the High Justice has sent a courier to Anslog's Compass to retrieve it. The dozens have gotten too active for the courier to come to Defiance Bay, and after Viana's kidnapping, we've got to assume they know about our plans. That's why I'm sending you to deliver the research. You shouldn't be recognizable to the dozens. Yet.
Not much the dozens do recognize other than things that make them feel threatened. But after this, I expect they'll learn of your association with us, and they won't be too happy about it. Neither will the Dominels. They're trying to expand the family business, and they resent us for standing in the way. Consider it done.
Anslog's Compass is a small lagoon just north of Defiance Bay. Your contact will be a commander named Arenroad. She'll meet you by the docks. Return to me when you've finished. The High Justice has made the expansion of the Forge Knights his top priority, which means it's mine as well.
How very interesting. Run fast, friends. It is now nightfall. Ooh. Alright. Let's go to... Was it Brackenberry? It was Brackenberry. There's that house. The Dominial house? Whatever it was. That Cliver talked about that we haven't investigated yet. I think it's this house. Yes, House Dominel. We're gonna go investigate. I mean, raid. You know, typical semantics. I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
Good day, stranger.
I don't recognize you. What business do you have with House Domino? Tell me about House Domino. It's an old and respected family. Much of Defiance Bay's prosperity is due to Domino business activities. Now, do you have any further business here? Farewell. I will see you out. We can raid them. We can straight up raid them. Oh, you're so tempting. Oh man. Oh, this makes me just... It really makes me want to just run in there and just gut them. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how things play out. You never know. Alright, let's look at our... Alright. Crucible Knights consider us an ally. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. The dozens are going to hate us, though, because I hate them, so I'm going to treat them like garbage. Thirstwind? The young elf is dressed in gaudy robes that he seems ready to cast off. He picks at a heavily brocaded sleeve and continually adjusts the gold chain around his neck. He looks up at you. Did she send you to run me out of town? You could tell her I'm not going anywhere without that medallion. I told Sorrel I wouldn't let her sell it. If that's what you're here about, then save yourself the trouble. He puffs up his chest, but glances at the exit. What are you talking about? If you have to ask, then you're obviously not here to shake me down. Sorrel's a courtesan over at the Salty Mast in Andra's Gift. We've been working together for over a year now. I find a noble with more money than sense, fill him up with liquor, send him her way. They have a good time, and Sorrel takes her fee, and a little extra. He rubs his fingers together. 100 coppers here, trinket there. It's a bounty for us. These lords and ladies never notice anything missing. Go on. Anyway, we always split the bounty, till a week ago. She takes a necklace off some noble. It's an Iguithin medallion, damn near priceless. That relic is sacred to my clan, but she won't part with it for any sum I could afford. And even if I wanted to, I can't go home without it. That's a hard thing. Tell me more about your situation. What do you want to know? What makes this medallion so important to you? I grew up in Ir Glanfath with the Shattering Spear clan. We Glenfathans have protected Iguathan ruins for thousands of years. It's the only duty the gods ask of us, in exchange for the freedom to live as we please. He fidgets with an emerald ring on his pinky. But treasure hunters looted the ruins in our territory, and we left the wilds we dwelled in for generations. Most of my clanmates scattered to towns around the Direwood, probably live on crusts of bread. Restoring this medallion to the ruins would earn us the gods' forgiveness. The Shattering Spear could go home. This is all rather fascinating. A simple medallion to earn the gods' favor and so return home. Rather reminds me of a story I heard somewhere. Tell me about Sorrel. She's a courtesan. She wasn't born to much, but she's done what she has to do in order to escape that. She's a good friend. Without her, I'd probably be living hand to mouth like the rest of the Shattering Spear. But this isn't about her or me. It's about the 40 people in my clan and the way of life we've held for generations. You seem like you've done well for yourself. It was this or scraping the gutters with the rest of my clan. But I'd give it all for that medallion. I offered to, but it's worth more than anything I've got. Sorrel knows it. I still don't understand why you can't take your money and return to Ir Glanfath. Of course I could, but I'm not talking about logic or practicality. Community isn't a place. It's a connection to history and meaning. Like an anchor, defending the ruins for the gods gave us a purpose. Without that, we're adrift. Does that make any sense to you? Yeah? Then you know what it's like. How to care for something you can't explain. That's all I wanted to ask. So, will you help me get the medallion? I'll see about getting the medallion from Sorrel. You'll find her at the Salty Mast. The only way anyone sees her these days is by paying, so you'll have to go through Maya. But, whatever you do, please don't hurt her. Well, I can't promise anything, but we'll see. She might deserve, how do we like to call it, a little bit of raiding. Maybe. Maybe. Alright, let's go to Andra's gift. And we still have yet to find the bee man. Right, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, brave Darren. Oh, find Darren's family. Most likely belong. Okay. So we just have to find where Darren lives. He might live in Andra's gift. We'll have to look for him next.
Well met, friend.
Is there someone here named Sorrel? Must be new in town. She's only the most sought after girl in the district. You want to spend time with her, just ask. She's 1,000 for the night. She's worth every pound, or so they tell me. Fancy a go with her? I'll give you a special rate of 500 to thank you for your help with my little problem. I'd like a night with Sorrel. Find her quarters upstairs. Don't mind the burly fellows at the door. They're there to make sure everyone has a good time. Man, you guys are bleeding me dry, man. 500 copper. Like, That's half of a stronghold upgrade. Speaking of. Still building that tower. Keeping an eye on you. Hello. As my party completely enters.
Good day, stranger.
Powder almost hides the circles under her eyes, and rouge dusts her two prominent cheekbones. Despite it all, Sorrel is beautiful. She favors you with a smile she must have practiced and perfected. Hello, stranger. Let me make you more comfortable. I'm here on a quest to restore Glanfathen clan. She takes in your attire. So you like role-playing? I can work with that. Your friend Thristwin sent me. He needs that medallion. So do I. She raises her chin. I offered him his half of the money, and he refused it. She crosses her arms and paces in a slow circle around you. I'm sure he told you all about his broken clan. Did he also tell you that I got him where he is today? I really am sorry for him, but I'll bet you anything he lives better now than he did in Ir Glanfath. I've worked a long time for a way out, and I'm not giving it up just because Thirstwind's suddenly gotten nostalgic. Man. Like, note to self, if I ever play this game again, I need, like, Resolve, like, 19. Because, like, Resolve always seems to show up. Let's forget about the medallion. I'd like to help me find something else. Oh, crap.
Greetings.
Oh, let's talk about Thirstwind and that medallion. Oh. How much? Sort of 6,000. Really?
Good day to you.
Right, yeah, I know. Sorry. Would you? I can certainly make it worth your while. Yeah, okay. I don't mind. Holy cow. It's freaking brothel, man. I mean, it's seriously making me question whether I should have dealt with those dozens a little differently. Get those prices down. Woof. It's like 1,000 a night for her, and then an additional 6 to get the medallion. It's just a nightmare, man.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
They're already gathered, bruh. Huzzah! Brackenberry. La-di-da.
Here, kitty. Come on, I want to pet you.
Oh, we dare. Alright, we need... Here it is. Time to go to break the bad news to Thirstwin. He ain't getting his amulet back. Cause, sorry, I ain't spending that much money for you, bro.
Hail and well met.
Did you do it? Did you get the medallion from Cyril? Sounds like she's worked hard and been fair with you. I won't help you, cheater. He clenches his fingers over the edges of his silken sleeves. I don't want to. I I'd give her everything else I have. I just want to help my clan. Okay, hold on. What are your stats? Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way we would be able to do this otherwise.
Hey.
We're gonna have to beat the crap out of him. Okay. Okay. Don't give me a choice.
Hey.
Alright, now give me all that money. Ooh! He really didn't have a lot of...
Hey.
Yeah, so where's all, like, the gold and shit that he's supposed to have? Ah. You know, this is actually funny. While I was playing this,
Alright,
when I was loading this up, it had occurred to me that we're a little goody-goody when we're supposed to be a pirate. You know, since, you know, benevolent and kind and honest and stuff. And I don't mind the fact that Neve is growing good. But I want her to... I think Neve is a very specific kind of good. Kind of like a chaotic good. Or you could say a scoundrel, if you will. Like, good guy adjacent. Not so much a paladin. So, I mean, hey, now that we're apparently like beating up people for prostitutes at the Salty Mast, we're making it happen. Which is weird, because it's like, why would they force me to, like, beat him up? Why couldn't he just be like, go away?
Well and well met.
Thristwin won't trouble you anymore. I hope you don't mean what I think you mean. Because I don't have enough resolve. Sorry. Oh, crud. Alright, so we can lie. I mean, I like her. I think we'll lie. He went on his way. That's all. I see. It's a shame things turned out like this, but thank you. I hope he finds happiness in his new life, whatever he chooses. Her hand closes tightly around something nestled under her bodice. Pulls a moonstone ring off of her finger. Please take this. It's always given me an edge with people around here, but I'm done with that part of my life. Oh. Oh my. So what was that? Got a moonstone ring. Whatever that may be. Let's go to... I don't know, let's find it. Yeah, it's just moonstone. Nope. Pearl. Yeah, I don't know where it is. Where's lies? Lies and slander. Oh, where is it? Far from home? I had to kill Thristwin so he would leave her alone. I didn't have to. Okay. That was forced by the game. Trying to tell me that I was the one who killed him. He only gave me the one option. Don't hold it against me. I'll finally be free of this place. I've got to pack my things. Oh no.
Hey.
She's leaving. Ooh. Now I have Sorrel's boon.
Of course.
I have lots of prostitute-y boons. Where is... Alright, so let's go ahead and freeze frame. What's our reputation now? Ha 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 ha. Yes. It worked. We are now aggressive. Alright, so the more dispersed we can make our reputation, the better Neve is gonna be. So now that we have aggressive on the slab. Actually, speaking of, let's take a brief moment. Just a little moment. And I'm curious. So we're consulting the Book of Armaments. Just because I would like to know how many reputations you can have, or reputation categories. Disposition. Here we go. So what do we got? Alright, so we have aggressive, benevolent, clever, cruel, deceptive / shady, diplomatic, honest, passionate, rational, and stoic. Yeah, I mean, okay. Right. Okay. Cool. Alright. So, unfortunately, that didn't give us very, very illuminating aspects. So basically, we're just gonna collect those reputations as we go through. However, I think at this moment, now is a good time to pause for now. Only because we've done quite a few quests at the moment. Let's see. I cannot get a room here. So yeah, we've done how many quests? 3 quests? I think 3 quests, or maybe 2 quests. I don't exactly remember how many quests we've done. So let's see. We have, what have we done? Starting at the top, we had
Far longer than I. Where will you go next?
right. We started with
all
this.
the world to choose from.
We went to the Scriveners first. We went to the Scriveners, which led us to Andra's gift, which led us to the prostitutes, and then we got completely sidetracked. We found out that there was issues with the brothel, with the dozens, who are the worst, and we killed them. So we got a discount at the brothel, but that was basically it. Then we met somebody else, Thristwin, who was tied to a prostitute. We talked to the prostitute, she gave us a story, and then we turned around and we killed him. But we did manage to find the research to give to the Crucible Knights. So that has been done. Of course, we now have an additional quest from them to go be an errand boy for research. Alright, so we're going to rest.
Well met, friend.
Can I get a room? 25 copper. So that is going to be it for this episode. We've done quite a little bit of legwork, but there's always plenty more to be done. So until next time.